This is where I'm staying for one night near Mount Batur. This is an active volcano, one of the biggest ones in Bali. After an insane week in Ubud and Canggu, I then took a taxi to the Kintamani village where Mount Batur is located. I decided to spend one night in Kintamani instead of directly going for the trek. The taxi dropped me to a certain point and then I was picked up by a jeep that took me to my campsite because I was glamping that night in Kintamani.
Good afternoon. It's evening actually.
Yeah, evening. Welcome to Volcano.
Thank you.
So good now.
So we're glamping for one night and going to Mount Batur early morning. We have to get up at 2 a.m. to do the trek. It's a 2-hour trek to Mount Batur. And I'm very, very excited to see the active volcano. It's my first time and I'm going to keep you guys posted. To be honest, I couldn't capture much of the property at night, but if you follow along, you will see how beautiful the property is during the day. This property has luxury tents as well as villas and suites with jacuzzi. I absolutely love this property and I'm going to add a link to it in the description below in case you want to book it or check it out for your Bali trip. After checking in, we had an Indonesian dinner at the campsite with some bonfire and some really good music before we called it a night. I was traveling with two friends. We slept for about 3 to 4 hours and woke up at 2 a.m. to get ready for a night full of adventure. So it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm just going for a trek to Mount Batur. It is an active volcano in Bali, and this has actually been one of my bucket list things to do here. It's a 2-hour trek, and I'm excited to see what happens. We left our campsite at 3 a.m. and made a first stop to eat breakfast at a local cafe, which included some green tea and honey and banana fritters, which are locally eaten in Bali. So I'm at the base of Mount Batur. We are around 600 trekkers here from different parts of the world, and it's 3:45 in the morning. We plan to trek for about 2.5 hours and make it before sunrise. We want to see the sunrise on top. I'm a little anxious because I'm not a regular trekker, but I am also positive and I'm thinking about making it to the top, the views from the top. So hopefully that is my motivation and I'll be able to make it.
Almost 1 hour and 45 minutes for the walk, and later you have breakfast, sandwich and egg, but maybe later you need some hot drink like tea, coffee or sweet drink like cola or Sprite, so this not included, so you can pay extra later. Okay, so if you're ready, here we go.
Yes. It was almost a 2-hour trek and there were 600 trekkers with us. It was crazy crowded because it's very commercial. At 6 a.m. we had breakfast at the summit and we were eagerly waiting for the sunrise. It took about 45 minutes for the sun to rise entirely, but we were staying there having breakfast and just chilling at the summit itself. You will also come across some monkeys at the summit, but don't worry, they're completely harmless. This is the view at sunrise. Isn't it amazing? So I've just made it to the summit of Mount Batur and the views are really good. We stopped over at the first viewpoint, which was beautiful. We saw the sunrise from there and now I'm here. There are several viewpoints at the summit. We easily took an hour more because we were busy exploring these viewpoints before we started descending. There's a reason why this trek is so popular. It is because of the mesmerizing views that this place has to offer. If you're in Bali, make sure to check it out.
Fire is here, so from volcano, so have the gas, then we connect with the fire, so the smoke can come out more and so more gold.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can try this. Be more here, you put, and you can blow.
It took us about 1.5 hours to descend, and we were back to our campsite at around 10:30. We left our campsite at 2:30 in the morning and we got back at 10:30. So all in all, it was an 8-hour experience and we paid approximately 2,100 rupees, which is 400,000 IDR. We booked this directly through our property, but I'm going to add a link in my description through which you can pre-book this experience as well. And now I can finally show you the property where I did glamping for one night in Kintamani. Don't worry, I will be adding a link to this property in my description in case you want to book it. Let me show you the view from my tent. This is my tent and this is my view. This is where I'm staying for one night near Mount Batur. This is an active volcano, one of the biggest ones in Bali. You can also spot the black sand here. And that's the Batur lake. I just climbed the Batur mountain and it was a 2-hour trek overnight, and I just got back to the hotel and I was welcomed with this amazing view. Glamping here for one night costed me approximately 3,200 rupees, which is 600,000 IDR for 2 people, including breakfast, pool access and bonfire. I would highly recommend this place if you ever want to visit Kintamani. Before checking out, we wanted to swim for a bit in the pool. This is me trying to be very comfortable with the chilly waters, and after 3 attempts, I was finally able to swim comfortably. We have checked out of this amazing glamping place in Batur, and now we're at this cafe, which is so beautiful. You have the mountain view of Batur, and you have some amazing menu. I can't wait to show you. Kintamani is really big on coffee, so make sure to check out one of the cafes here. This is Montana del Cafe. We stopped over here for some coffee and cake before we headed to our next destination. They also have an Instagrammy spot here, so I made sure to click some photos for the gram. That's pretty much the end of my vlog. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next Wednesday.